the chapter. We have studied parallelogram, we have studied kite, yes, a quadrilateral. Now, what is a parallelogram? In which opposite sides are equal. Yes, we studied in a parallelogram opposite sides are equal, and in kite pair of adjacent sides are equal. This is adjacent sides. They are of equal length. Okay. Now, if I say any parallelogram in which all four sides are equal, there is a parallelogram in which all four sides are of same length. Okay. Then such parallelogram is not known as a parallelogram. Actually, when all the sides are of same length, then it is known as a rhombus. It is known as a rhombus. What is it known as? It is known as a rhombus. Okay, in which it's a parallelogram in which all four sides are equal. You can also say pair of adjacent sides are equal. So it is not only a parallelogram, but it can be a kite also, means it is satisfying all the properties of the parallelogram and all the properties of the kite. So, type of a parallelogram also and type of a kite also. Why? Because you can see in kite adjacent sides are equal. Here you can say adjacent sides are equal. Here opposite sides are equal. You can say opposite sides are equal. So it can be a parallelogram also and it can be a type of a kite also. Okay. A very important property rhombus has, and that property is its diagonals are perpendicular bisectors. Their diagonals, not only they bisect one another, but they are perpendicular bisectors. That means they are bisecting each other at 90 degree. So let us do it. Okay, it is already given in your book. You don't have to write in your copy. You will just mark in your book. So the property, let me write, the property is diagonals bisect, diagonals are, are perpendicular bisectors. Okay, the diagonals are perpendicular bisectors. So let's take a rhombus ABCD, okay, in which let's take two triangles, triangle AOD and COD. This is a triangle. This is one triangle and this is another triangle. Okay, what we have to prove? That these diagonals are forming 90-degree angle. Okay, so let's prove it now. So let's take two triangles, triangle AOD and triangle COD. So in triangle AOD and triangle COD, let's write in. Okay. Now we know OD is common for both the triangles, so it is same. OD is equal to OD. Okay. Then you can say AD is equal to CD. Yes, AD is equal to CD. AD is equal to CD. Why? Because it's a rhombus, so all the sides are same. Okay, then you can say AO is equal to OC. Why? Because it is satisfying the property of the parallelogram where we have already done this. The diagonals bisect one another. So AO is equal to OC. So with the help of side, that is by SSS property, their triangle AOD is congruent to triangle COD, means they are similar. Yes, triangle AOD is congruent to triangle COD by SSS property. You can see SSS, side. तीनों साइड को हमने कंपेयर किया, ओके, और प्रॉपर्टीज लगाई, किसकी प्रॉपर्टी लगाई, पैरेललोग्राम की प्रॉपर्टी लगाई और हमने काइट की प्रॉपर्टी लगाई, जिसकी वजह से साइड प्रॉपर्टी की वजह से ये दोनों ट्रायंगल्स क्या निकले, ये दोनों ट्रायंगल्स निकले कॉन्ग्रुएंट। नाउ वन थिंग आई वुड लाइक टू टेल यू, इन योर बुक प्लीज करेक्ट बिकॉज माय बुक may be old, your book it may not be there, it's a print. Instead of writing SSS, the book has written it can be shown through SAS. SAS is not possible. SAS means side angle side. We are not taking any angle. We have taken side. Yes. Angle का तो कोई काम ही नहीं है. Angle तो हमें prove करना है. तो you cannot take it as a property, right? So it is written SAS in your book. Please cut and write SSS. Okay? Because you will see in the book also. These three are only shown and then it is written it can be shown through SAS property. So I am sure it's a misprint. Okay? And if it is not, then well and good. Only then my book is having because mine is old. Chalo. So by SSS property we show that angle AOD is congruent to angle COD. Now angle AOD is congruent to angle COD. That means angle AOD is equal to angle COD. Yes? Angle, that means that is angle AOD is equal to angle COD. Angle AOD, ये वाला angle is equal to angle COD. Yes, equal मतलब दोनों same है. अगर ये भी x है और तो ये भी x है. Okay, now they both are what? Can you see? They both are linear pair also. They are what? Linear pair angles also. Linear pair angles. That means they are supplementary angles. Yes, if they are linear pair मतलब उनकी common एक vertex common है. Okay, they are linear pair. They are formed on the same line. Yes, so they are linear pair. That means they are supplementary. That means उनका sum is 180 degree. So if their sum is 180 degree, that means दोनों क्या होंगे? 90 degree. Yes. So we can write if they are linear pair angles, that is they are supplementary. This is just explanation, okay? You don't have to write, this is given in your book. Supplementary angles, that means angle AOC is equal to angle AOD is equal to 90 degree. They both are right angles. That means DB is perpendicular to AC. This proves that diagonals are perpendicular bisectors in a rhombus. Now, this property also takes this property you will also see in square, okay, which we will do when we go ahead, but the method is the same. Okay, at that time we will not do this proof once again. You can take the same proof to show the property for the square, that is where diagonals are perpendicular bisectors again in a square. Now we completed this rhombus. Okay, now when all four sides are same in a parallelogram, when all four sides are equal, then when all four sides are equal, then it is a rhombus. Now when all four angles are equal in a parallelogram, when all four angles are equal, then it is known as a rectangle. That means each angle is 90 degree. Okay, or you can say x and 4x is equals to 360. So x is equal to 90 degree. So this is another type of quadrilateral, which is rectangle, which is again a parallelogram. Okay, type of a parallelogram in which opposite sides are equal. Got it? And all the angles are same. Opposite sides are equal and all the angles are equal. This also has a property, children. This it has a property that its diagonals are equal. Okay, it's not only its angles are equal, but its diagonals are also equal. Okay, not only four angles, but diagonals are also equal. So now we are going to prove that. So let's take A, B, C, D. Okay, let's take two triangles. This is one triangle, triangle A, B, D, and triangle Okay, this is one triangle and this is one triangle. Got it? In this, AB is equal to AB because it is common. AB is equal to AB because it is common. Then AD is equal to CB because opposite sides are equal. So you can say AD is equal to BC because the opposite sides are equal. Okay, because it's a parallelogram, type of a parallelogram, so opposite sides are equal. Then angle A, this angle, okay, this angle is equal to angle B. Why? Because all the four angles are same. So angle A is equal to angle B. Now you can see here with the help of SAS congruency. Okay, with the help of SAS property, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle triangle. Just let me write triangle BBA. Let's write like this. Or ABB, what I was saying only. ABB is congruent to triangle BAC. Triangle or CAB. Anything. CAB. Okay. With the help of SAS property, ABD is congruent to CAB. So, since these two triangles are congruent, so this is equal to this. CPCT, congruent parts of congruent triangles. So, AC is equal to BD. That's it. Okay. So, this completes what is that? Rectangle also. Then is the next, the square. The quadrilateral, which is a square, you can say. Square we all know, all four sides are equal, all four angles are equal. So this also has a property which we did just the property of the rhombus, that is diagonals are perpendicular, bisectors. So again by the SSS property, we can prove that the diagonals are bisecting each other at 90 degree. Diagonals are bisecting at 90 degree. So this completes the property. Then there is exercise 3.4 which we are going to do now. Short exercise. We are going to do it. Exercise 3.4. Let's do it in book itself, children. The first question can be done in book. It is true, false. So exercise 3.4, state whether true or false. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. All rectangles are square. Not possible. All rectangles cannot be squares because opposite sides are only equal. So it is false. All rhombuses are parallelograms. Yes, we already discussed that. All squares are rhombuses and also rectangles. Yes, all squares can be rhombus and all squares can be rectangles also. So it will be true. That means a square will satisfy the properties of the, what is that? Rectangle. Okay, and rhombus because it is using those property only. So it's a yes. Then all squares are not parallelogram. False. Because it will satisfy all the properties. I will tell you. You know, it is written for the properties of the square in page 55. In a square, the diagonals bisect one another. Square being a parallelogram. Okay, it is written. Then are of equal length about the diagonals. Square being a rectangle. So you can see are perpendicular to one another. That means a rhombus. So a square can be a parallelogram, a rectangle and a rhombus also. All kites are rhombus. No, all rhombus can be a kite, but all kites cannot be rhombus. So false. All rhombuses are kites. True. Just opposite we discussed. All parallelograms are trapeziums. True. All squares are trapeziums. Yes, it can be. No problem. Now question number 2 is also done in book. that is the definition. Any two sides, a pair of two opposite sides is parallel. So you can see that in square also. So all squares can be trapezium, but all trapezium can't be square because it won't be satisfying all the properties of the square. This completes question number 1, which had to be done in book. Now question number 2 also in book. Identify all the quadrilaterals that have 4 sides of equal length. Obviously it will be a square and a rhombus. Sides of equal length. Then B, 4 right angles. Square and a rectangle. Then explain how a square is a quadrilateral. Now question number 3 also in book. Okay, don't waste a lot of time for writing in copy. There is place, छोटा छोटा करके हम लिख सकते हैं, no problem. Yeah, going ahead. Explain how a square is a quadrilateral. How it is a quadrilateral? It has 4 sides. So you can write there only. It is 4-sided, or you can write it has 4 sides. Okay. B, a parallelogram. Because opposite sides are parallel. So you can write there only. Opposite sides are parallel. Then C, a rhombus. All 4 sides are equal. All 4 sides are equal. A rectangle. How a rectangle? Each angle is a right angle. Each angle is, you can write 90 degree, or each angle is a right angle. So this completes question number 3 also. Now we start with question number 4. Name the quadrilaterals. This also can be done in book, children. Okay. Only to write in copy. We can write in book. Question number 4. Name the quadrilaterals whose diagonals bisect each other. So, first one, parallelogram. We started with the parallelogram only. Then rhombus. Now since it's a rhombus, it will be a square, and we did it for the rectangle also. Side, they are equal. So rectangle. This completes the first one. Name the quadrilaterals whose diagonals bisect each other. Now name the quadrilaterals whose diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other. So perpendicular bisectors, that is rhombus. We did it for rhombus, and I said the same goes for square. So for square. Is there any third part? Yes. Name the quadrilaterals whose diagonals are equal. So whose diagonals are equal, it goes for a rectangle, and it also goes for a square, because square is satisfying all the properties of rectangle. So this completes question number 4. Now question number 5 also we can do in book. Explain why a rectangle is a convex quadrilateral. So convex quadrilateral is a quadrilateral whose each angle is smaller than whose each angle is smaller than, whose all the angles are smaller than 180 degrees. So you can see in a rectangle all the angles are smaller than 180 degree. Okay, but one more thing is there. Okay, like for example, if I make a concave quadrilateral, something something like this. Okay, something like this. And if I make its diagonals, children, if I make its diagonals, so you can see one diagonal is in the exterior part. Yes. But when I make a convex quadrilateral, so that is, let's take the rectangle only. So you can see the diagonals are in the interior part. Okay, so this is also one major property, you can say, that why rectangle is named as a convex quadrilateral. That is, each angle is smaller than 180 degree, and so each angle is 90 degree, so obviously it is smaller than 180 degree. So instead of writing that, we can write that its diagonals are in the interior of the rectangle, or we can just say it's in the interior part. You can write because both the diagonals lie in the interior of the rectangle. So this completes question number 5 also. Let's go to question number 6. So question number 6, let's do a copy, children, because it has a diagram also. So now we write exercise 3.4, question number 1 to 5, done in book, because we have already done in book. We are starting with the 6th one now, which has to be done in copy. It has a diagram. ABC is a right angle triangle. I am making the entire diagram. This is the diagram. ABCD and O. Yes. Now, ABC is a right angle triangle and O is the midpoint of the side opposite to the right angle. Explain why O is equidistant from A, B and C. So, this is the right angle triangle. Okay, this is the right angle. Yes. And this is O. We have to explain why it is equidistant, means at the same distance from A also, from B also and from C also. Basically, we have to show that OA is equal to OB is equal to OC. So since we can make it as a, we can show it as a rectangle, and we know that the diagonals are equal. So, and diagonals also bisect each other because it's a parallelogram also. So O is the midpoint. So let's start the proof now. Solution. Since it's a rectangle, opposite sides are equal. It's a parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel. So let's write AB is parallel to BC. AB is parallel to BC and BC is also parallel to AD. BC is also parallel to AD. Since it's a, we have made this as a diagram for means we have taken one more point D in the exterior of this triangle and we have made it as a, shown it as a quadrilateral. Okay. So since opposite sides are parallel, it becomes a parallelogram. ABCD becomes what? Parallelogram. So we can write that ABCD is a parallelogram. So ABCD is a parallelogram, and with the property, what is the property? diagonals bisect each other, that means OB is equal to OD and OA is equal to OC. Hence, O is at the same point from A, B and C, so O is equidistant. So, you can write OA is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD. Hence, O is equidistant. So, O is equidistant. Why? Because we've shown this in the property of parallelogram that the diagonals bisect one another. Hence, O will be the midpoint. O is the midpoint for all ABC, that is BD and AC.